So when exactly do you start becoming rich? Is it when you save your first $1,000? Is it when your net worth reaches $100,000? How about when you become a millionaire? Believe it or not, some of you are already rich and you just don't even know it. And it's okay because I'm going to be able to show you in a few seconds. Because rich isn't a moment when the bank sends you an email saying, "Congratulations, you are now rich." Most people define wealth by a number. And I hate it because a number doesn't tell you enough. In fact, it only matters because we've been trained to believe it matters. Trust me, I had a really nice number and I still managed to lose it all. Here's what I know: you start becoming rich long before the money provides visible proof. Let me say that one again. You start becoming rich long before the money provides visible proof. You start becoming rich when building wealth stops being an occasional decision and starts becoming your normal direction. When crossing the bridge, there is a tipping point where things start working together strongly enough that wealth becomes an increasingly predictable result of who you are, how you operate, and what you do repeatedly, as long as you stay with the process. You may have already crossed that tipping point and not even realized it because you're looking at the scoreboard, AKA your bank account, instead of paying attention to how you are actually playing the game. Your money is the scoreboard, but the scoreboard is not the game film. The scoreboard tells you the current result. It doesn't show you how every decision that created it. It doesn't tell you whether your behaviors are sustainable. It doesn't show you your direction, your development, or who's beginning to take control of the game. Today, I'm going to show you the exact point where that change begins and why wealth can become predictable before it's visible. But y'all already know I have to say something real quick. What is good, Stackers University? It's so wonderful to have you here with me today. You know I need those hypes, those likes, those comments, the shares, anything else you can do. And if you're new, I'm Dr. Stacker. And around here, we bridge the gap between knowing what to do and actually doing it consistently. In the last video, I showed you how to teach yourself to get rich and the power of the BDE loop. If you didn't watch it, watch that video next because it will make this video click for you even more. Because building wealth has less to do with collecting more information and more to do with the evidence your financial decisions create. Real quickly, the BDE loop works like this. Your beliefs shape your desires shape your expectations influence your behavior creates a demonstration, and that demonstration becomes evidence that strengthens or weakens what you believe next. Then the loop begins all over again. You teach yourself to get rich by creating behaviors that become demonstrations and allowing those demonstrations to become evidence. But we ended with an important question in that video. What happens after you create evidence? Because one good financial decision doesn't create a habit. One successful week doesn't create momentum, and a small win can disappear if nothing else is protecting it. That brings us to what I call the wealth building tipping point, because that is the exact moment when you stop all your old behaviors and start becoming rich. A tipping point is just the stage where enough small changes have accumulated to produce a large, more noticeable shift. I want you to think about like boiling water. You turn the heat on, and at first, nothing really happens. But after a little while, the internal conditions are changing and they continue to change, and the water's getting hotter. And after a while, you begin seeing tiny little bubbles form, but the water still isn't boiling. Then it reaches a certain temperature and the whole thing changes. The water begins to boil. But that last degree did not do all the work. It was every degree that came before it that moved the water closer to its tipping point. Wealth building works the same way. One small decision may not transform your financial life. Saving $100 will not make you rich. Paying yourself first one time will not create financial freedom. But each successful decision can produce more evidence, and each piece of evidence can strengthen the next decision. The decision that pushes you across the tipping point may look small, but it is sitting on top of every piece of evidence that you've created before it. That is why your financial life may be changing before the money makes the change obvious. Let me show you how that looked in my own life. During my dark years, my financial life had collapsed, but the collapse didn't erase all the evidence I had accumulated over the years. How could it? I had started with $5,000 and built a multi-million-dollar real estate portfolio. I had already demonstrated that I could build wealth. I knew how to treat every employee like a dollar. I knew how to operate as the CEO of my financial life. I knew how to turn my money into assets. My collapse damaged my identity, but it didn't erase my evidence. I still believed I could build wealth because my previous experience had established a precedent. I have built it before, so I knew I could build it again. So when I decided to get back in the game, so to speak, and I saved $250,000 in 3 years, it wasn't simply because I woke up one morning and decided to start building wealth again. I had to move through the same BDE loop that we've been talking about. But here was the difference and the tipping point. My BDE loop became strong enough to produce better behaviors, and I built a system that protected those behaviors long enough for me to repeat them. That is how I saved the $250,000. I didn't get a raise, I didn't come into money, I didn't work another job, and I didn't suddenly become wealthy when the amount reached $250,000. Long before the scoreboard displayed that number, building wealth had already become the normal direction of my financial life. That was my wealth building tipping point. Now, let's look at the complete BDE process. The BDE loop strengthens and that produces better behavior. What we didn't get to explore in the previous video was the role that systems play in this process and why systems are a pillar of the stacker's bridge while behavior is not. Behavior is not missing from the bridge. Behavior is being produced throughout the crossing, but one better behavior can disappear and nothing protects it. Systems protect that behavior long enough for it to be repeated. Each repetition creates more evidence, which continues to strengthen the BDE loop. Eventually, the repeated behaviors begin forming habits, the next pillar, and those habits then begin creating momentum. Eventually, momentum produces visible wealth. This is not a straightforward straight line. It is a reinforcing loop. Each time your system helps you repeat a behavior, that behavior creates another demonstration. That demonstration produces more evidence, and that evidence travels back and strengthens your BDE loop. Your money is growing, but so are you. This is why systems are not simply a collection of financial tactics. It's why I bang on people for collecting tactics. A system is not a list of things some financial expert says you should be doing. Systems are protective scaffolding around your behaviors that stay in place so that you can start becoming the new part of you, the new version of you. Take pay yourself first. At first, paying yourself may be a single decision. The next time I receive a paycheck, I will move money towards my future before spending money on my present. You receive your paycheck and you transfer the $100 into savings. That's the behavior. The transfer demonstrates that you followed through. That demonstration creates evidence. I received the money and I kept some of it. And I'm more capable of prioritizing my future, is what you start to think and believe. But that one transfer is still very vulnerable. The next payday, you may forget. You may spend first. You may decide this month is going to be different, so you build a system. Eventually, pay yourself first stops being something you attempt whenever conditions are perfect, and it becomes how you operate whenever money enters your life. The repeated evidence strengthens the person using the system. That is critical. Eventually, you no longer have to renegotiate the entire decision every time money comes into your life. You just do it. That is your wealth building tipping point. When building wealth stops being a decision you occasionally make and starts becoming the normal direction of your financial life, that is the exact moment you start becoming rich. The behavior hardens into a habit. Then momentum starts building. But momentum doesn't mean you no longer need the system. The system bleeds into momentum because development doesn't happen through perfectly clean transitions. You still use the system. You still pay yourself first, but the process requires less emotional energy, less negotiation, and less resistance. What once felt difficult begins to feel normal. What once required motivation begins operating through your normal expectations. What once felt like wasted motion now starts to feel like progress. And what once produced occasional financial wins begins producing compounding results. That is the wealth building tipping point. Wealth stops depending on occasional motivation and starts becoming the predictable outcome of your financial life. Now, before you get all excited on me, predictable doesn't mean guarantee, because life still happens. But your internal BDE loop and your external systems are now reinforcing each other. Maybe not perfectly, because it is a process. But remember what I told you in the previous video. You carry every pillar with you while you're crossing the stacker's bridge. A weak pillar may not necessarily stop the crossing, But that is why I keep telling you to go download the free. Wait, did I mention that was free? Where are you getting stuck, guy? Because it walks you through all 7 pillars and it helps you identify which part of your financial life may need the attention right now. Because you likely don't need another investing strategy. You may need stronger beliefs or expectations or systems. I don't know. I just know the link is in the description and you need to download it. And the only thing it costs you is your time and your attention. Okay, back to the bridge, because this is the first time I'm actually going to share this in public. There's always another bridge to cross. There's always another bridge to cross and another bridge. It just looks different depending on where you are. It may be the bridge from 10,000 to 100,000, or from accumulation to preservation, or from personal wealth to legacy. Regardless, the habits and the momentum you develop while crossing one bridge become evidence that you carry into the next one. But the next crossing may require stronger pillars or even greater capability. Ultimately, I just need you to understand there is no final there in wealth building. Eventually, wealth builders learn to enjoy the crossing. It becomes a game of what bridge am I capable of crossing next? Right now, crossing the bridge may feel hard. So you can't really enjoy the process. I understand that. But let me tell you, and I promise this, you will start to enjoy it. So I want you to avoid focusing on how much money or wealth I have right now or you have right now, and instead start asking, what direction is my financial life moving? Am I making good decisions consistently enough? Have I built something that is going to help those decisions repeat themselves? What systems could protect my behavior long enough for it to become a habit? Because you don't start becoming rich when the scoreboard finally displays a magic number. You start becoming rich when wealth stops being an occasional decision and starts becoming your normal direction. And remember, wealth becomes predictable before it becomes visible. In the comment section, tell me which one you need most right now: behavior, systems, habits, or momentum. Just type one in the comments, or you can always put an A plus in the comments if you want to show me any love, or if you just want everyone to know that you always stack smarter and never stop learning.